Hello, I'm Pen, and this is episode 3 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. I made my own skin, hope you like it. For today, I mostly want to make a map to track progress of this world, and I didn't do that on day 1 because I forgot about it. So we're doing that now. We're gonna basically consider this day 1. I have to get sugarcane and stuff. I don't know why I tried planting sugarcane but there's no water to get paper so that I can make the map. I also want to go to the Nether today, so I need to get a diamond pickaxe for that, so I have to pull out of my small amount of diamonds, which honestly are so difficult for me to find. I swear I can't ever find diamonds in this game. I don't know what level to mine at, so I personally think that on the map, the area that I decided to settle on is very pretty. I decided to date the world so that I knew, well, not date the world, date the map so I knew what, so I knew when we started. That's the word I'm looking for. And I put it in an item frame and hang it up on the wall, so. I'm recording this audio after the fact, so that sounds a little off, that's probably why. And there we go. Map. Perfect, on the wall. So getting that obsidian from that lava lake from the last episode that I found. And obsidian takes forever to mine. I don't like it. I'm used to enchantments. I need to get to level 30 so I can start enchanting. And also work on villager stuff, which I plan on doing later in this episode, so that's fun. Let's go into the Nether. Okay, so I thought this Bastion was a fortress at first, so I got really excited, and then I realized it was a Bastion, and I was still excited, but like a little bit less so because I would have preferred if it was a fortress because my life would have been easy, but that's okay. Hopefully there's a fortress later on in that Soul Sand Valley, I think is what the biome's called. The biome with all the soul sand, sorry. But yeah, I realized that I don't know very much about Bastions throughout this. I think that like they have types or something. I think this one's bridge, I'm not sure, because I've seen like 4 bridges and there's like a whole bunch of lava pools, but it could be some other type. I'm trying to find an easy way up into the Bastion. I'm gonna keep calling it a fortress on accident. But yeah, I'm really skittish about moving around in this area because I know that everything in here is trying to hurt me and it's not fun. Also, I should have gone when I wasn't so close to level 30. Being level 30 is like one of those things where you're like, I need to not do anything until I can enchant, and it's like, I have an enchantment table, I just wanted to do a build before I started enchanting. So I need to work on a house and an enchantment room next episode. So hopefully I do that. Hopefully I remember. I don't know why I block off everything. I think it's because I was afraid that I would fall off into lava because sometimes I forget where I'm walking because I'm not paying attention to the screen. So that's that. I kept having the thought while being in the Bastion that since my portal's in the village, basically around the same area that this Bastion's in, that, you know how like piglins act like villagers within the Nether, that if my villagers went into the portal they'd just turn into piglins, which is a very scary thought. I know that's not what happens, they just stay villagers, but for whatever reason my brain was just convinced that if they went into the portal that they would be turned into a piglin. And I was terrified of it. I was like, nope, you need to block this off immediately. I never do block off the portal, but my villagers are currently all safe, so that's not really my priority at the moment. I need to figure out how to loot, like, these structures, because I did not find anything, but also I didn't dig in the walls, and I don't know if this one's one of the ones that you have to dig in the wall for gold. Because I know that there are some that are like, I got so scared of that zombie piglin. I thought it was a normal piglin, and I thought that I was gonna die. I block off this lava again because I will probably run into it. I didn't realize how deep those go down, and realized I just created another hazard for myself. So I block it off in 2 spots. And same with this one. I kind of run in a circle for a hot minute here because I don't know where I am or where I've been because I keep using the same block to block everything off with. So that's fun. I really like Blackstone texture-wise. I think it's a very pretty block. I don't care much for like the polished Blackstone, but like I know that it has its place, but I just, for whatever reason, I just don't like it as much. Maybe this is like me like remembering what like older block textures used to look like. Why did the lava like cut off right there? Like, you know, like the part that I'm not showing on screen very much on the bottom. Like, why is it like just a flat line? Were there slabs there or something? I'm not sure. Finally, I decide that I'm going to be brave and try to get those gold blocks that I found earlier, so I have to find where those were. I think it was up here. Yeah, because I blocked this area off. This looks right. I think maybe, like, I should, like, just dig out everything in here, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, but, like, I don't want to do that right now, because I don't have that good of tools. And, see, I ran into a circle again, yeah. So I want to get those gold blocks over there, because I think that would be nice. I finally found my way over here. I'm surprised that I didn't expand, like, the floor over there in that area, because I was convinced I was gonna fall. I'm scared because of the piglin fruit. These things are terrifying. They hit like trucks. So I'm just cautiously building over with Nether. See, if it was just the one, I'd be okay with, like, dropping down, and I almost considered it. Then I turned, and, like, this other piglin, yeah, right there, just starts running, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even consider that they could fall from the ceiling. And, yeah, so here I am trying to swing my sword at them, and realize that, oh, I can't reach them because I built up 4 blocks high, when I really only need to build up 3. Half of them, I think, just fall into, like, the down below where the lava is. Anyway, these things are terrifying. Who added these to the dragonfly? That's kind of the question. I mean, they're cool, but, like, scary. Like, honestly, how did they have so much health? Like, that one didn't fall from that height at all. I think that, like, this area down here is very pretty. Not that part, but that part right there. And I think that maybe in the future I want to make, like, a nether base here. Maybe, like, take the Bastion and, like, rebuild it. Make it something better than it was. I do a trading for a bit here between this Crimson Forest and Warped Forest, and I end up with ender pearls and such. And I realized that I didn't have room in my inventory for a lot of things, so I had to find everything. And back to the overworld. Here I'm digging out an area for a village builder. The design that I'm using is a slight alteration to Logical Boot Boy's design. I'll put his link down in the description of the video. For a long time, the villager breeder didn't work, and I've not used this one for a while, so I had to sit there and, like, figure out, like, the reason why it wasn't working. I couldn't remember where the bed goes, so I had to, like, look at the video again. And I was, like, visualizing where everything was supposed to go. So if I pause randomly at all throughout this part of the video, it's because I don't remember the design, and like a fool I decide to watch the video while recording, instead of just recording the video once and being done with it. But yeah. Also, our inventories are like way too small for all of the things that we have. Like, we need to get like an expansion on those, like a backpack. And I know what you're saying, you're probably going, well, there's going to be something like that in the future. And I'm like, I know that, but like, I'm really frustrated because we have like shelter boxes in the game. Why is it so difficult to make like this thing just be like a small little update? Just like, here, let me just patch this real quick and not even like list it as an update, and bam, you can make backpacks. I just think that it would be nice. I eventually want to go back and redecorate this house because I don't like it. Out of all of the village designs, I think that I don't like the Plains Village the most, but I like the like layout of Plains Villages more because they have more like of the type of things that I like. I prefer like the snowy villages and the desert villages the most because I think that they are like the best. Now I have to go and get that other villager that I have trapped down here. And villagers are a pain to move. I swear. I'm trying to use like the workstation to lure it, but I don't have a pickaxe that breaks it fast enough because I'm using my stone pickaxe instead of my iron one. And I forgot to break the brewing stand from the other building. I think it's a church? I don't know. I find it strange how villagers just find the one that isn't closest to them at all. They're like, I don't want to climb up a mountain, let me go run all the way over here to avoid it. I don't even know where he's going at this point. He's just running in a random direction. Like, there's nothing over there. So I go and I break the brewing stand, and he finally decides to turn around and come back after I've broken the brewing stand. Like, he was like, oh, I think I can have a job as, like, the potion maker. And he's like, oh wait, you broke it? Never mind, let me go everywhere you don't want me to be. I'm not even sure if this is, like, the villager I was looking for, or not. Because I originally had a villager in that cave over there for a while. So I just have to be smart and go place the brewing stand down before I break this. And then place the stone cutter down again so that he like gets the attention. And he's playing hard to get at this point. He does not want to be my friend at all. So I wait. There needs to be an easier way to move villagers that isn't, like, super expensive, like mine carts and stuff. So I'm back at the villager breeder, and I'm trying to work out, like, this problem that I'm having with it. For some reason, the villagers aren't, like, making children. Like, I don't know. They just aren't. And I've had this happen once with this design before, also underground, so I think that if you're building this, probably don't do it underground, because it seems like, to me at least, I have more problems, but I also think I've placed one of the trapdoors upside down. So that might be it. And also, make sure that your crops are completely filled in. I chose carrots, and I should have picked potatoes, because I have more potatoes than carrots, but I also don't like carrots as much. So I decided to use carrots as, like, their breeding crop or whatever. Yeah, they run into this wall for like so long. I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting for them to just do something that isn't that, and I'm like researching how to fix this problem while like looking and trying to remember how I fixed this problem before with one of my friends' breeders, because on a server that we had, this exact same thing was happening. And I don't remember if we placed the trapdoor upside down or we just needed to fill in all of the crops or what the deal was. But yeah. Eventually they end up making children and I don't have to worry about it, but that's after like 2 to 4 hours, so 3 hours maybe. And yeah, it's frustrating. I think Yeah, they just keep running. I think it's the trapdoor, mostly. So I'm gonna jump down here and fix that real quick. And place it the other direction. I don't know why it matters so much if the trapdoor is facing a specific direction, but it does. I have to break the bed to get out, which is really frustrating. Also, the bed placements for these are very important. Like, if you mess up one, it doesn't work for the rest of it. So now I'm gonna destroy my little storage hut and make a new one. I don't have enough space in my old one, hence why I'm destroying it in the first place. I'll have to go back and make actual farms. I think that next farm type of thing that I make is probably going to be an iron farm, so I don't have to keep mining for iron and I can just focus on diamonds, which honestly, we need those more. Anyway, so here's the house, at least without some of the decorations. I hope that you like it, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Goodbye!